So you just generated all these leads, except now they've gone radio silent. How do we follow up with them and actually turn them into clients? Hey guys, it's Evan here with Celebrity Maid, back for another video. And what I want to talk about is how to follow up like a pro and ensure your best odds at really growing your cleaning business. Because whether you like it or not, following up is an absolutely crucial part in scaling your cleaning business, and it's an everlasting process, so you might as well learn how to do it properly. And this doesn't matter whether or not you have the best website in the world, the best Google listing, the best online booking software. Inevitably, you're going to have to play the follow-up game if you want to maximize your conversion rate. But let's get into the good stuff. The 3 stages of follow-up that you'll need to implement for your cleaning business. Stage number 1, this is going to be leads that you've never spoken to before. So our objective is just to get them on the phone or on a text message conversation. Stage number 2, these are leads that you have spoken to, but you haven't yet converted them into that first cleaning. The goal is to get them booked. And then you have stage number 3. These are people that you have already serviced, but now we're going to follow up with them simply to retain them. So in other words, make them a sticky recurring client. So let's talk about stage number 1. This is before you've made any contact with that lead. And this is where I see most business owners messing up. When we work with a new partner here at Celebrity Maid, oftentimes one of the first things we tell people before we even launch their marketing campaigns is to get used to following up pretty aggressively within that first week of a new lead coming in. And that is because these are when people are the coldest and when you're probably going to have to attempt to reach them multiple times. And what most business owners fear is that they're going to be too needy, too pushy, and they're going to actually drive those people away. However, it's usually the opposite. People are usually underdoing it when it comes to the follow-up process. So what you can do is a combination of automated and manual follow-ups to save your time and a little bit of that emotional burden of having to do this all yourself. Let me give you a perfect example. The way we have our automations set up here at Celebrity Maid is when a new lead comes in, that lead is going to be enrolled into an automated email and text message sequence. But in addition to this, we encourage all of our clients to call these leads multiple times within that first 5 to 14 day period. And oftentimes they will have to call them multiple times just before they can get that lead on the phone. And when we're doing this, we only have one goal, which is to either get a yes, I'm interested, let's book, or a no, I'm not interested, please stop contacting me. A no is great, a yes is even better, but a maybe is horrible, and that's exactly what we don't want. Now let's talk about stage number 2, leads that you have made contact with, but they just haven't converted yet. So this phase can be very frustrating. Perhaps you had a great conversation with the lead who you were just so sure was going to close into a contract or a new house cleaning, but they went radio silent. Now when you're trying to secure a date with them, they're not picking up their phone anymore, they're not responding to your texts. This happens more frequently with commercial cleaning, although it does happen with residential as well. But there's really only 2 reasons why this could happen. The reasons are either they didn't see the value in your service, so they probably hit you with the it's too expensive objection, or they're just still lacking a little bit of comfort or trust within your business. Now, outside of following up, there are ways that you can handle this, and the best ways to handle this are to address them before they really come up, which I do have some videos on this topic, but following up can still help you. So let's take commercial cleaning, for example. Let's say you provided a walkthrough, you gave this person a quote, everything was in your proposal, everything looks good, they were happy, blah, blah, blah. But for whatever reason, they're just not responding to you when you follow up. And let's pretend that this has been going on for multiple weeks. A great follow-up strategy is to come back to this prospect with either a downsell or some type of free trial that you can give them to make them fall in love with your service. And when you're doing this, it's important to be very personal in this follow-up approach. In the previous stage, I talked about how you can automate a lot of this, but for this particular instance, you do want to really personalize this. So to give you an example email or text message that you might send to this prospect, it might be something like, hey, first name, it was great meeting you and getting to explore your office a couple weeks ago. I've tried to get in touch with you a few times since we last spoke because my team is really eager to help you guys out. To earn your trust, what we're willing to do is, and then that's where you would insert whatever offer or free trial you want to give these people. If that's unreasonable to you, I totally understand, but either way, just wanted to follow up one last time. So this works great for commercial. because it's a last ditch attempt and there's really nothing to lose at that point. And for residential, you can do something similar too. You don't have to necessarily wait 3 weeks to send this message, but if it's been, let's say, a week since you last quoted somebody and they're not getting back to you, again, coming to these folks with a downsell or some type of freebie that you can give these clients can really help you out. And guys, I'm not telling you to do this for just anybody and everybody. If you truly feel like they're a good fit for your company and you would genuinely like to service them, then this is just a great way to kind of separate yourself from everybody else. All right, so now let's move on to stage number 3, and this is after you've already serviced somebody. This is by far the most underappreciated and underutilized stage of the follow-up, and I see so few companies doing this, but this is really what separates an exceptional company from a good company, or even worse, a not so good company. Most people assume that once they close a client, that client is theirs for life and they don't really need to do anything for them besides clean for them, right? But this couldn't be further from the truth. Clients need to feel like they're constantly being acknowledged and appreciated. And the moment that they feel that start to dip a little bit, like they're no longer being appreciated, even if the service is excellent, even if you guys are following everything that you agreed upon, but they just feel like something's lacking in that customer support department, that could be enough of a reason for a client to cancel and go with somebody else. So having incremental follow-ups where the only goal is really just to check in on these people, nothing else, not to upsell them or anything, that can go a long way and is really what's going to help you guys keep your clients sticky. So the first time that you would probably do something like this is right after that first cleaning. You as the business owner, ideally, if you can call these people and just check in on them, not only can you gain feedback from what they have to tell you, but just the action alone, you're planting that seed of a great working relationship. And then after you do that, assuming they do turn into a new recurring client, you want to do something similar once every 2 or 3 months, I would say quarter annually. And sometimes it will just be like a promo or a certain type of seasonal promotion that we're doing for that company. And other times it will simply just be a, hey, how's everything going text. And either way, both work really good because you're engaging these people where most companies just aren't going to be doing that to their clients. So those are really the 3 stages of follow-ups that you guys need to be mindful of. And to kind of wrap this up, I will say that once you guys have a solid marketing strategy where you're getting lots of leads coming into your ecosystem, you absolutely want to have some type of CRM where you can manage all of these leads and clients, because it's going to be very hard to manage everything the old-fashioned way. And let's say you guys close a new cleaning client and you can log back into your CRM and see that the date that they first converted, when they first filled out a form on your website or a landing page or called you, whatever, once you start tracking this for 10, 20, 40 different clients, you can start to see maybe on average it takes your clients 2 months from them first submitting a form to when that contract gets closed or to when that recurring schedule gets solidified. When you have these numbers and you really know them, it allows you to spend more money on marketing, not just mindless spending, but spending with actual confidence and optimism. But also, now you know that there is something to be said about following up because you've seen it be fruitful for you with the other 40 clients. And every phone call that you make from then on, or every text message or voicemail that you send from then on, you're just going to have a little bit more conviction in your voice because you know it's part of the game and that you're one day closer to making them become a new client. Always be mindful that a no today could be a yes tomorrow.